What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hawk coming at you with another video. Now, we've all talked about the big names who have moved in the offseason. LeBron James, Kawhi, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George. We've talked about these names and these individuals extensively. But we haven't talked about a lot of the underrated moves that I think will have a big impact next season. So here are some of the underrated offseason moves that I think will have an impact next year. So getting right into it, the first team player combination I want to talk about is Tyreke Evans signing with the Indiana Pacers. One of the best things about this deal is the simple fact that it's only for 1 year. So if for the unfortunate reason it doesn't work out, it doesn't make them better, they're not stuck with Tyreke, a couple years from now. Coming into this season, I think Tyreke Evans can have a really big impact on the Pacers. I think him and Victor Oladipo will play well with each other. I don't think Tyreke Evans will necessarily start. I think they'll start Darren Collison simply because he's more of a traditional point guard, and both Tyreke and Oladipo, to be effective, need to have the ball in their hands. However, I do think Tyreke will be able to bring a lot of offense off the bench, and when him and Oladipo do play together, so that, they can kind of play off of each other, I see them playing well together. I hope they play well together. I think Tyreke's been a player who's been in a lot of unfortunate situations throughout his career. He's struggled with some injuries. He may not have been as good as people hyped him up to be after his rookie season, but I think he can still have a really good NBA career in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Pacers in some games this season with a lineup of Darren Collison, Victor Oladipo, and Tyreke Evans, stretching him all the way to the 3 spot. Next up, we have a team that I'm really excited about going into this season, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not only did they get rid of, which was basically $100 million and dead weight in Carmelo Anthony, but they also picked up a really solid point guard in Dennis Schroeder. Last season, Schroeder averaged 19.4 points, 6.2 assists, 1 steal, 43% field goal shooting, and abysmal 29% three-point shooting. That being said, I definitely don't see him playing with the starting unit. He's not a good three-point shooter at all, and the way the Thunder offense is run, Paul George and Russell Westbrook pretty much have the ball in their hands all the time, and everyone else is relegated to being a spot-up shooter. I think he'll be great off the bench, being able to have the ball in his hand a little bit more when they're not on the floor and run that second unit and give some great sparks of offense off the bench. One big thing that I thought the Thunder were missing all year last season was someone who can kind of run that second unit and kind of give them some offense off the bench and create their own shot off the bench, and also create for others. And I think Dennis Schroeder can do that for them this season, and I'm excited to see it. Next up on my list, we have Dwight Howard signing with the Washington Wizards. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't expect Dwight Howard to come in here and give the Wizards 20 points. I think the Wizards definitely did get better though at their worst position, which was center, which I've said in a previous video. The reason that I think Dwight Howard would be an asset to the Wizards this year is because we're talking about a center who averaged 16 and 12 last season and played over 80 games for the first time since 2010. Dwight Howard said himself he's feeling healthy this season. This is the first time in a long time where he can go into an offseason not worrying about rehab, but actually working on his game. Now, that being said, I don't want Dwight Howard to come in here thinking he's still an Orlando Magic jersey, wanting to get a bunch of post-ups, wanting to have, the offense kind of run through him on possessions. I think that he needs to just stick to some easy pick and rolls with John Wall and Bradley Beal, defend, and get rebounds. One thing that I definitely could see going wrong this season with Dwight Howard on the Wizards is the chemistry. Over his last couple of years on the last couple of these teams he's been on, he's gained this reputation of a guy who creates a lot of drama, a guy who players don't want to really play with, don't want to be on the same team with. I don't really know the reason why. It's not really been said, what he's actually doing to cause these issues, but hopefully whatever he has been doing, he can figure that out and play well on and off the court this season. That's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments what off-season moves you think flew under the radar but will have a big impact next season. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.